Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 88 of Gains. Boy, we're flying through this book, aren't we? And this one is titled Roll Initiative to Kiss, Part 1. Okay, my sweetheart, your mum said sadly, regretfully letting you go as you pulled back out of the window and placed one hand behind yourself to protect your ass from whoever or whatever it was that slapped you. Bye, Mum, you said as you stepped back from the window. Bye, Mrs. Lynn, Kiri said brightly from behind you. Thank you for a good night. Yeah, Bakugou grunted, and you looked back at both of them. Your mum said her final goodbyes and then left, and you spun around to face your boys. Who was that? You asked with mortified surprise. Kiri just pointed at Bakugou and your eyes met the blonde's. What? He grunted. It looked good. I wanted to smack it. You can't just up and smack a girl on the backside when she's trying to say goodbye to her own mother, you whispered harshly. How embarrassing if she'd seen. But she didn't, and that ass is mine. Bakugou smirked. It is not yours, it's on my body and it belongs to me, thank you very much, you replied, poking your nose in the air. That wasn't very manly, bro, Kiri said softly, but I can't understand where you're coming from. Not you too, E, you groaned playfully with a chuckle. He blushed. Oh, well, yeah, you know, he mumbled, dropping his gaze as he scratched the back of his head with embarrassment. Anyway, come on, we can't spend all night standing around out here, it's getting cold, you said, looking up at the stars overhead and then walking off towards the gates as the boys followed behind you. So, you said, looking back over your shoulder to address them, only to find both of them watching your ass as you walked, their eyes quickly coming up to meet yours. They knew they had both been caught, and Bakugou locked eyes with you while Kiri quickly looked away. Was it tonight there was going to be a rolling of dice to see who would go first with, you mumbled, stumbling over your words and not actually wanting to say any of the important things in the sentence, but Bakugou knew what you were on about straight away. Yeah, he grunted. I got one in my room. Okay, well, do you want to go and get it, and then you and Kiri can meet in my room and we can, do it there? You asked, feeling very devious having mentioned all of this out loud. Yeah, he grunted again. Okay, sounds good, Kiri replied with a bashful smile. Now at the doors of Heights Alliance, you all got into the elevator and got to your level and then parted ways to change and get the dice and then come back to your room. You practically ran the last bit to your room and raced in to get changed, hurriedly taking your dress off and putting on some comfy clothes that you thought still looked kinda cute, and then waited for the two boys. You were super pumped and excited and nervous and all the things as you sat there waiting for them to arrive, and no surprises that Bakugou was the first at your door, followed immediately by Kiri. Hey, come in, you greeted them as you opened the door wide enough for them both to come through. They did enter one after the other, but it still seemed like there wasn't room enough for the two of them as they barreled in and then stood in the middle of the room like two Sims with no tasks lined up. You said as you closed the door behind you and then joined them in the middle of the room. So now what? Bakugou pulled the dice from his pocket and showed it to you. It's go time, he said with a smirk, and that excited, nervous knot in your stomach churned over itself. Wait, we need a blindfold for Yin, Kiri said, looking around your room for something that would suffice as a makeshift eye cover, and saw your jumper thrown over the back of your chair. Hey, we could use this and then tie the arms off it across your eyes, he offered, reaching out to take it and then showing you what he was meaning. It'll work, I guess, you shrugged, looking behind you before stepping back to sit down on the bed. So is it just going to be a quick kiss on the lips, or it'll be whatever I want it to be? Bakugou said, and you chuckled nervously. I know, I think you would do much more if given the chance, so I'm going to say just a kiss on the lips. It doesn't have to be a quick one, but no further than just that. And plus, I want to not be blindfolded when we kiss next time so I can enjoy it, you added. I hope you enjoy it anyway, this time around, Kiri said hopefully. I'm sure I will, but I'm just nervous, you said with a wobbly smile. It's okay, Yin. Don't be nervous. I'm more nervous than you are, Kiri said, trying to comfort you. I'm not. Now hurry up and put the damn jumper blindfold on so I can roll this dice and win, Bakugou snapped, and you reached out and took the makeshift blindfold from Kiri and tied it around your head. While you were doing that, the boys talked about how they would roll the dice, and once you were set, you gave them the go-ahead to roll it on your desk table. You heard it hit the desk once, and then silence, and then hit the desk again, and you braced. Okay, we know who's going first now, Kiri said, and you swallowed and sat very still. Okay, I'm ready, you said, trying to be as in the moment as possible. You could feel your heart slamming against the inside of your ribs. You could feel exactly where you were in space, and you could hear everything. You were so alert to the smallest noises, it wasn't even funny anymore. Just then you felt a presence in front of you, and you instinctively tilted your face up a little and parted your lips a touch. But you didn't have to wait long, because the impact of some hot yet soft lips pressed firmly to yours then, and it almost took your breath away. This person definitely had a commanding aura about him, and you could feel the heat from his lips coursing through you. Then his hand was on your cheek, and you melted into it. You felt like this person could possibly have done this before. They felt too sure of themselves for it to be a first time. Was it Kiri, or was it Bakugou? You really weren't sure at this point, but you were leaning more towards Bakugou. All too soon the kiss ended, and you found your lips almost chasing theirs, as you didn't want that moment to end. But with their disappearance, that also meant that you were about to be graced with a second pair of lips, and then you could make up your own mind as to who was whose. There was silence mixed with small sounds of people moving about, and then you felt a second presence in front of you, and again braced lightly for the impact of lips to yours. It's okay, I gave you at least one kiss. I didn't pause it before any of the kisses. I was semi-nice that time, but I'll see you tomorrow for chapter 89 for the second kiss, then we can work out who was who.